Welcome, you have reached Imperial Reviews, and today's review is in Carry On, a Netflix original. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. So let's go over the cast. We got Taron Egerton plays as Ethan Kopech. Jason Bateman plays as the Traveler. Sophia Carson plays as Nora Parisi. Danielle Deadweiler plays as Elena Cole. Theo Rossi plays as Watcher. You got Tona Tiu plays as Mateo Flores. Logan Marshall Green plays as Agent Alcott. Dean Norris plays as Phil Czerkowski. Senku Walls plays as Jason Noble. And Curtis Cook plays as Lionel Williams. That's pretty much the main cast that you follow. This was a decent film, especially for ending of the year when everybody's, not everybody, a lot of people are on vacation, sitting home, resting, just watching shows. This is a decent movie just to tune into. So it starts off where you have Ethan. Of course, he works at an airport, and his girl Nora works there too. And she originally the one that had got the job opportunity. They're from Jersey, and she got the job opportunity for Cali, and he didn't have anything going on, so he tagged along with her. She's basically just been promoted to, I think, manager operations or something like that, and he's still trying to find his way. He tried to get into the police academy, and he failed the test. And you find out later on why he failed the test. But after he failed, he pretty much didn't try to go for the test again. He just got in his space and he goes to work. So he works as a TSA agent, and he's pretty much in a rut there too. He's not getting promoted. Other people started after him and has since excelled beyond him. So pretty much he's just in a rut, just going through the motions. So Nora's pregnant, and they got to start thinking for the future. So this is the day he's going to go to his boss and state to his boss he's looking to step up. He need more hours, or he need a better position so he can get a promotion. And his boss name is Phil, and he pretty much had a speech ready for Phil. So when they get to the airport, after he having this conversation with his girl, and she pretty much said, you know what I want for Christmas? He was like, what? And she pretty much was like, I want you to go and try to go for the academy. And basically she's trying to push him like to be the best he could be. So while this is all going on, you have another part of the story where you have the Traveler is linking up with these Russian black market guys, and the Traveler places something on the Russian guy that makes him start coughing up blood. And he told him what he was there for was inside of a BMW trunk. So you find out inside the trunk it's this nerve agent that if it sets off, it pretty much kills and gets in anyone that breathes it, kills them instantly. And so this what this whole plot is for, where you get a bunch of moving parts, everyday people, and you force them to do their part, so the end result that you could take down a bunch of innocent people and make a statement. So that's what this is about. So what was the original plan was that the associate TSA agent, what was his name? Jason. He pretty much was promoted beyond Ethan, and when Ethan said his spiel, like he's willing to step up, he pretty much gave up his spot and pretty much said, give him a chance. And so he pretty much was like, I do Ethan's old job. So what happened at that moment when the traveler and the watcher was moving their pieces together, they see that the original person that they had, Jason, they had him pegged for that spot. He wasn't there. So what they would do is they was going to show Jason. Jason has a girl and two twins. Well, I said two twins, and he had a girl and two kids, twins, and they were going to show him pretty much like, you better follow suit, or we're going to kill your wife and your kids. So when they had the person go in with the webcam and spy on Jason's family, they end up having to abort that mission because Jason wasn't at the post because he gave his post to Ethan. So now they're looking at Ethan. What can we get on Ethan? They go to Ethan's house. He has nothing. They find out he got a girl, Nora. She works at the same place. She just was promoted. She's pregnant. So pretty much somebody hands Ethan an earbud and he puts it in. Now they're talking, the traveler's talking to Ethan, pretty much telling him to say it's not a joke. And basically, if you don't follow suit, your girl Nora's gonna die, and we know she's pregnant. And they start revealing things to him, let them know that he's watching them. And so the person who gave him the earbud, that same person comes back in the end of the story, and she gives the traveler a parachute. So it's a whole, who's that person? She's connected to the network, but she doesn't. She pretty much doesn't get caught or anything. So if there's going to be a part two, obviously she's the loose hole. Also, the guy that was going in people's houses with the webcam, nobody sees him again either. So he's another plot hole. So nevertheless, you have this thing going on with Ethan, and his mission is, they saying, a life, Nora's life, for to let this, when the package come through and it's scanned, just let it go. So of course Ethan pays attention to detail pretty well, and he's observing everything. So he knows the traveler is talking to him. He must be near. So he start picking up different things to find out who the traveler is. So what he did was he wrote on a piece of paper in writing that you will only be able to see with these special pens they were just given. So Ethan's not paying attention that the person, the watcher, is watching him. So he's focused on the traveler, but he's not paying attention to the watchers watching everything he got going on. So they already told him put his cell phone in a safe locked box, put his Apple Watch in a safe locked box. So he gave a message to Lionel Williams. That's like the police officer patrolling the airport. Gave a message to him, and he was scanning over it with the pen. He pretty much was saying like, there's a guy in here who's a terrorist, and Nora's in trouble. Don't make a scene. See, but by this time they was on to him, so the traveler pretty much ran up on Lionel and cut his wrist with the narrow agent, and he instantly died, but it makes him look like he had a heart attack. So after he died, they took Ethan off of the scan duty, so he had to pretty much figure out a way to get back on scan duty. So he switched coffees with Jason and put alcohol in Jason's drink. Meanwhile, the traveler went to Phil, which is the boss, and told him that he seen Jason drink with alcohol. And so Phil went and got Jason off the floor and pretty much said, I don't care whatever problems you got. You don't bring it to work. And Jason is like, I'm innocent. So Ethan switched to coffees. And so when Jason approached, Ethan pretty much was like, I know it was you that did it or whatever. I just didn't think you was that guy or whatever. So he stepped off. So now at this point, Ethan is messed up. It's a bunch of moving parts. So now also you have the LAPD detective who's trying to piece things together. So she's telling her boss, hey, there's something going on. So she got her guy from forensics to do some back channel, find out what's on the black market, get information, and he's giving her pieces. So now you got a Homeland Security guy that shows up, and so you think, but he's really part of the network. And it's not till she was on her way to the LAX that she realized from her guy that that guy is not who he say he is. He's not from Homeland Security. So then it's a big fight on the highway between her and the fake Homeland Security guy, Al Scott. And she eventually kills him, but after, not before, there's this big car scene where they're fighting in the car and the car ends up getting flipped over and everything like that. So this movie is very entertaining. It got action filled. Nevertheless, eventually, Ethan is talking to the traveler, and the traveler, he ends up seeing what's in the case. So like I said, it's this nerve agent that pretty much is like a nerve agent bomb that could kill many people with the gas and everything like that. So the person on tail that they got going in through to carry his part, his lover or his boyfriend or husband or whatever, has been kidnapped and hold for ransom. So he won't be able to get free until he handles his part. So not only he gets the package through, now Ethan put him on a watch list. So once they put him on a watch list, they pull him. They pull him into a room, and pretty much at that point, Mateo is shook because they're going to get to find out what's in his luggage. However, Phil, who's a sergeant, I mean the head guy, he takes him in the room by himself. So now the traveler told Ethan, I see you did something, you better make sure this is good. So they pretty much get into a back and forth in the bathroom. The traveler pretty much tells him, hey, you better get in there and handle that. And I just set the bomb on that luggage. So Ethan now has like a ghost gun that he got from the traveler. He comes in there, points the gun at Phil. Phil, like, what you doing? Why you want to throw your career away? And Ethan pretty much like, yo, stand down, stand down. So Mateo has a earbud too. So they tell Mateo pretty much, Ethan is not going to kill this guy. You need to. So, or your husband's going to die. So he took the pin, stabbed Phil in his neck, pretty much while Phil was bleeding out. Then what ended up happening is Ethan had to go inside the uh, luggage and defuse the bomb or whatever. So then it became a big thing where they had to escort Phil's body out, and while they were escorting Phil's body out, the traveler told Mateo to kill Ethan. Ethan happened to see him, the gun being pointed at him like through a mirror, and he ducked, and then he pretty much fought to the death with Mateo, and Mateo ended up having to kill Mateo, whatever, from there. But it's kind of like he was forced to, because it was either him or Mateo. The traveler comes down there, but not before Ethan switches the luggage. So what happens is um, he could give the luggage back to the traveler, but now they'll be able, once it's scanned in, they'll be able to pinpoint what flight the luggage is in. So while all these things is going on, he meaning Ethan, couldn't talk to Nora. So the traveler finally gets through, and I said the traveler eventually has a parachute uh, package switched to him. So this was a girl. This is the girl that's roaming through the airport, who's part of the network, but you really don't know who she is and uh, what happens to her. So the traveler told the watcher, "You need to kill Nora." So there was a guy that Ethan told, "Hey, you need to go help Nora while I go handle this." And so that guy came and tried to stop the watcher, and he got stabbed real quick by. He was chasing Nora, so the watcher started chasing Nora through the parking lot. And what ended up happening is Martell's husband was locked up in the back of the van that the watcher had, and eventually that van took an accident and freed Martell's husband and left him next to the gun. And so when the watcher was going to kill Nora, uh, after Ethan came and helped her, Montel's husband shot the watcher, killed him. So after he was dead, you had the LA detective pretty much trying to shut down Ethan, like, hey, you come with me. I need information. He pretty much told her he couldn't even hit her. And pretty much told her, tell Homeland Security it's a bomb on this flight. And when they had him, he pretty much said, hey, I can defuse the bomb. I did it once before. Let me defuse it again. So in a heroic effort, they had the plane slow down, and he told them, don't stop the plane. You got to let the plane go off because it could harm more people if just this one plane went down. So Ethan pretty much flew, the little cars that they drive at the airport. He drove underneath the plane and then slipped into the plane underneath. Got to the package, and he was getting ready. When he defused the bomb, the traveler could see that the bomb was being tampered with. So that triggers him to go down in the cargo to find out. So when he get down there, he shoots Ethan, but not before Ethan already defused the bomb. Then the pilot was able to see that it's two people down there armed, fighting in the cargo. So he did an emergency U-turn and headed back down to LAX airport. Meanwhile, Ethan and the traveler had this little back and forth. What Ethan ended up doing is throwing the nerve gas agent into like this. I guess I don't know what this is on the plane, but it's like a special like glass closet, and I guess they put special stuff in there. So he threw the nerve agent inside the special glass, and then hit the traveler inside of it and held and broke the glass, and then held the thing shut tight. Where the traveler couldn't get out, and basically the nerve agent got into the traveler, killed him in there. Ethan eventually, the plane was stopped. He came out. The cops came and surrounded him. The LA detective came and said he's not, let him go. He's cool. Pretty much gave him the cosign, like basically like once you stitch up, come holler at me. You got good instincts, to be a police officer. And so fast forward a year later, he was a police officer. Nora was still the operations manager. They were going to this vacation and never got a vacation, so they wanted to go to this vacation in Tahiti. And Jason was going with him. He got his job back. So that's how it pretty much ended. But if you want to look at the holes, the man that was looking for the people and the network, and the girl with the parachute part of the network, you never know what happens with them. Overall, it was a decent film. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Out of my my 4-star rating system, I get it's a 2 out of 4 stars. Until next time.